lets you make money too. And I want to talk about getting people results. When I started, my goal was $1,500 that first month so I could be a stay-at-home mama. I didn't want it slow. I wanted it fast, I wanted the results, and I wanted to lose weight fast too. So you're not doing your people any favors if you're giving it to them slow, right? You get them results. I lost 10 pounds my first 8 days, and that's what I want to do to everybody else. Like, I want money in your pocket and I want results on your scale, or they're not going to stick with this. So, get results or money in their pocket as quickly as possible. I send out their get started info as soon as they sign up. I used to wait and say, hey, let me know when your product gets in, we'll talk about it. They don't always let me know. So I send them the get started info that covers everything so they're comfortable getting started even if they don't text me. And then I immediately ask the $100 question. We've heard it all day. Do you know 4 friends? And we go from there. As that goes on, you know, some are like, yeah, I do, let's run, and they take off with it. Some are like, I really don't want to sell it. I really don't want to talk about it. I really don't want to do anything. So I come back on day 4 and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm down 3 pounds already. I'm like, you should post that. No, I really don't want to. Okay. Day 9, I'm down 10 pounds. Okay, would you give me a shout out? My coach helped me lose 10 pounds. Would you give me a shout out on social media? That kind of flips the script on them. They'll give you a shout out, then their friends go to asking them, and I'll say, okay, you can make money off your friends or I can. What would you like? And I get them eased into that $100 question. Don't be scared to set up subscription. This is what makes you money while you sleep, right? Who in here has ever been burned by a subscription?
Oh, yes.
I still, it happens to me still, and I'm like, I didn't even know I signed up for that subscription. And I just get an email, it shipped out, and I'm like, I didn't want it to ship out, you know? Singular doesn't do that to us. We get 5 days, an email 5 days before, and I love that. I love how easy it is. I canceled, I think it was makeup the other day. It was 3 products. I had to click 21 times to cancel those 3 products. I was pissed when I got done with that. With Singular, it's so easy to cancel, edit, change, whatever. So just know that we have a really good subscription program. Talk about it. Let them know that too. Reports, we all know the subscription reports. If you're newer, you might not. So use these. There's an active with no subscription report in our back office. I love that one. I message them, hey, you're not getting rewarded for taking these products you love. We need to talk about it. They might not know. Have the conversation. Canceled subscriptions. Sometimes they don't know they can move it out a month, or they can change the product. Some are thinking, I've got 4 zings at home. I don't need any more zings. Well, let's change it. Have you tried collagen? Okay, done with that for a minute. Oh, and I want to go back to that last thing. This isn't a 1 month and done deal. Who lost all their weight in 1 month? Like, we didn't put it on in a month, right? It takes longer to lose it. But even past that, like, I still want to be on collagen. I still want to be on omegas. I still want global blend. Talk about those lifetime products as well, because this is not just a 1 month and done. As far as continuing to make money, you're going to make great money on your customers. We love our customers, especially happy customers. We got to keep them happy. We got to talk to them, be in communication. But what gets you growing is developing leaders, getting your person a quick start, getting your person to manager. That's what's going to put cash in your pocket, and then you're going to turn around and you're going to put cash in their pocket, and it's going to keep them here longer. So a few ways of developing leaders. Get to events yourself. We all have life. I was really not wanting to come to this one, I'll be honest. I'll miss Fest, I'll be having a baby then. But try to get to events. If you show up, it just puts something in your people that they show up to. So you get to events, get your people to events. And I'm not just talking in person, I'm talking with Zooms, doing calls, doing house parties, things like that as well. I have a funny story about saving the money, crowding into hotel rooms. When I was pregnant with my first baby, I was with another company, and we actually crowded 9 of us in a hotel room. I slept on the floor at about as pregnant as I am now. But we saved money. We made it work. We brought food, we brought drinks, we made it work. So, offer to pay for registrations. That's something I love to do around Fest time, XLC time, things like that. Do contests to give away registrations. It's not a lot of money out of your pocket, and it's a write-off, and it helps that person. So it's a win-win for everybody. Sorry, I'm really out of breath.
It's hot up there.
Set goals and pour belief into them. Nobody has belief in themselves. You don't get that in the corporate world. I was in the corporate world. I have a college degree. I was a sales rep for years. Nobody believed. Nobody patted me on the back for things. Just like, do your job and do it right, you know? Over here, you pour belief into them and let them borrow your belief until they've got their own. And kind of going back to posting about things, people sharing their $100,000 checks on stage. For some reason, I saw those women up there doing that, and I thought, if they can do that, I can do that. And I want everybody to have that belief, and then pour that into your team too. So show them how you did it, give them your tips and tricks. And we were talking about this last night, it's so funny. You can say something, and then somebody else can say something, like, oh, did you hear her say that? Like, yeah, I've said that for 3 years, you know? They're gonna hear different things from different people. Plug them into different leaders. Let your people learn from different people. Don't keep them on an island, and be afraid to share with other people. And at the end of the day, let them be their own leaders. I want to give y'all one little tip that I shared the other day, and I don't know how I can share this with y'all if y'all want to see it, but does anybody in here use Project Broadcast?
Yes.
So if you don't use Project Broadcast, if your business isn't big enough for that yet, just use Messenger. It's fine. This is Project Broadcast. It's just pretty darn easy to do. So I sent out a text the other day, and I said, hey, you're getting this text because you've ordered X before with me. Would you take a quick second to respond with a number so I can see where you're at? I did this for my customers, but I also did this for roll-up customers where I've had a level 1 quit and their people rolled up to me just to kind of touch base, see where they're at. So I said, okay, just respond with a number. Like, that's pretty simple. We can text back a number, right? Number 1, still taking and loving products. Number 2, I need to reorder. Number 3, off the wagon, out of the loop. Number 4, found another avenue for my health goals. Here were the responses I sent once they sent a number. If they said, still taking and loving products, I'm like, thanks for being a loyal customer. Have you heard about the new dragon fruit trim sticks? And I kind of went off about that, how good it is. If they need to reorder, how can I help you? Some of my favorites are XYZ. Then, if they said they're off the wagon and out of the loop, I'm like, okay, how can I help with that? We all fall off the wagon, but like, are you wanting to get restarted? How can we move forward from here? And if they've already got something going on different, don't burn that bridge. I congratulate them. That's great. I'm here if you ever need anything. I've had so many come back to Singular because we have what works. So I want to end with, there's different seasons of business, but always strive to show up. So I think it was Jana, if I remember right, she maybe had a grandkid in the hospital or something, and she couldn't show up in a season. Her team showed up because she had showed up consistently. I've had, like I said, 1 baby since this, kidney stones, about to have another baby. And some days I won't show up, right? But the consistency I've shown throughout this, my team will keep showing up. So there's seasons of hustle, there's seasons of doing 1 million phone calls, traveling all over. There's seasons of not doing that, right? But always be consistent in showing up, whether it's in person, on social media, show that your doors are open. We've heard that all day. So I think,